Welcome to our actual play with Just One More Fix. This is James. With me, this actual play is Lacey, Carrie, Holly, and Taffy.
Hey. Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
You can find us online at justonemorefix.com or on Twitter at justonemorefix. If you like us, you can support us at Patreon, and you should give us a rating and a review at iTunes or wherever you find us at. In this episode, we're going to continue playing Night Witches. And now, it's time to get our gaming fix. You're about to listen to our Night Witches actual play. This is the final portion of our 4th session of Night Witches. These episodes have some mature content in terms of the tragedies of war, so you've been warned. We rejoin our Night Witches as they receive their flight assignments to support the Russian army in their attack on the Germans at Rustov on Don, as the Germans are in full retreat now. And without any further ado, here is Night Witches.
So we're going to be supporting the retreat from Rustov on Don. We're going to be harassing the German ordnance depots. So to reach our target, we're going to have to first fly through some enemy fire in order to reach our destination.
So you guys are basically supporting the army as they advance because the German army is in full retreat. So they are retreating across the river, and they are forcing them into full retreat.
Hell yeah.
Yes. All right, so our lead plane is going to be tail number 101. Gordost, piloted by Galia. Yulia is navigating. Bedamaya is going to be tail number 014, piloted by Dasha. Navigator Oksana. And tail number 121, piloted by Vera. Navigator Olia. I put you guys as in the planes with your pictures on them.
Who?
And had you fly them.
Who's with me again?
Me.
Oh, yay! I've noticed something.
Did I put you guys all on the planes that I painted your pictures on?
Yep.
Flying them?
That's what I noticed.
It's so cool.
Yeah. You know what I noticed. More dissension.
I don't know what that means right now because there's no relation. I don't know.
They were God in territory for a long time.
Oh. Okay. All right, so
you know,
who is in the lead plane?
Are we in the... Yeah.
Okay, and who's piloting? Okay, so Galia, you are piloting. And so yeah, if you guys survive this one, you will get an advancement, and then we will move into duty station number 3, because this is the final mission for this duty station.
So I make the wayfinding roll, right?
Yeah, so basically you guys are harassing the ordnance depots.
Oh, yeah. Pilot, you make the attack run roll.
That's right. Never mind. Just kidding.
You guys are harassing the ordnance depots, so these are like warehouses like the half cans. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
The Quonset huts, yeah. Full of ordnance, basically. So you're dropping bombs.
Yeah, yeah. I noticed those earlier. We should totally have those out on the table.
You're dropping bombs on warehouses of bombs, essentially? No.
We wish.
Million years. That's the Pelican. That's a badass plane. That's the Horton Ho. That's another badass plane. But...
And you got any, toothpicks and,
Hey, somebody go get a Chuck
Taylor. We've got some popsicle sticks and some glue sticks, okay? You guys can make your little planes.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Propeller.
Right. All right, so who is making the wayfinding roll?
That's me.
And what plane are you guys in?
In
Gordost.
Okay, very good.
That's skill, right?
Is Suka in the air?
Yeah.
Boom, I got a 10.
Woo!
All right, so you line up a textbook approach. These are pretty clearly marked. They are just giant metal buildings. They have pretty heavily worn thoroughfares to them because they've obviously been transporting ordnance back and forth throughout the entire occupation here. And they are very easy to find. So...
Wait, to diminish my success.
What's that?
Diminishing her
Diminish your
success.
success.
See this fish? See that barrel? Shoot the fish in the barrel. Good job.
Well, we also forget that you're trying to find these places in the dark.
In the dark.
In the air. Without modern
anything,
you know.
All right, we got a 7.
A 7.
Wait a minute. This is for the actual hitting?
This is, for the attack run.
7, 8, 9, 10 would be a
Oh,
success.
I'm sorry. I nearly forgot. Before we make the attack run,
fire thing.
So, Yulia has lined up a textbook approach for you guys. As you guys find a great way to come in here flying low over the forest, unfortunately, there is lots and lots of anti-aircraft batteries in the area. So, each plane needs to roll to take fire before we go on to the attack roll.
Do I roll
Pilot.
or does Galia roll? The pilot
Either
roll?
one of you. It's once per plane.
So we roll plus luck.
So you will roll plus luck, yes.
Oh, I have
I
two
have
luck.
to roll because I'm in with Oksana.
Yeah.
All right. I'll roll. 8.
An 8. So, on a 7 and 9, your plane holds together and you choose 2 consequences on the enemy fire section.
You put me in a damaged plane.
You put you in a damaged plane. I put you in your favorite plane.
I'm glad you put me in my favorite plane. Somebody got distracted.
No, he said the planes were all repaired and he never repaired them.
She failed the roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It
feel
looks repaired.
It looks repaired.
So she put
forgot
the
to
new
add
hoses
oil.
on and forgot to put oil in.
So we all get distracted by boobies,
She was painting mine on the plane at the time.
right? So
Tastefully.
My areolas are not that big.
First of all, there's no areolas. I'm in enough trouble without areolas.
All right, I'm
is that
going
just-
to.
Pepperoni.
I'm gonna take
I'm so confused.
you and your fellow airwoman are marked,
Okay. So you have to choose 2, though.
and our plane is damaged.
Alrighty.
And I will take the suffer the death of a friend or lover.
Oh. Okay. Hang on a minute.
You don't think I'm a friend? We get in.
Plot
Patrol
twist.
friend.
She was a friend and a lover. What's going on? Those barracks.
Alright, so what did you choose for Mark?
That's what you say.
It's great when they can't see what you have, and you're like, oh, what do I choose?
I know.
And your plane is damaged, right?
all the stuff that I have left is really crappy stuff. So
It looks like you're giving those dice a handy there.
I know. I'll do anything.
Please be good.
I keep rolling like
Hang on.
5 and 6 or 1 and 2.
What'd you choose?
Get different dice.
I'm going to choose witness the death of a comrade.
Oh my god!
Oh.
This is the season finale.
Okay, so yeah, actually this would be the season
FYI,
finale
Oksana's in
technically.
my plane,
so hang
so-
on, we're gonna roll all to take fire, and then we'll make a decision as to how this all plays out all at once. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So witness the death of a friend, right?
Comrade.
Comrade.
Is
Vera.
it me?
Sure.
Why does your second die always like for an hour?
What's your roll, Carrie?
Rolled 8.
An 8. So choose 2.
Unless I want to use some of our pool.
I thought that was only for like the actual mission.
It's
part
for
of it.
any part of the mission at all.
Oh dang!
So they are there. And then I think if you're okay with it, we'll just let your 7 that you rolled stand from earlier for your attack run, if that's okay. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm stealing a fail from me,
All right.
but I'm also stealing a success from you, an outright
So-
success from you. So
Another plane in my section goes down. And me and a fellow airwoman are marked. And the mark that I'm choosing is I'm going to ignore a problem until it overwhelms. And that problem can either be that other plane going down or the lack of oil.
oh Jesus.
You get to pick which plane.
But it's
Oh,
not
I
mine, and that is why I picked it. Boom! I don't have a survival kit on board. It can be one of y'all.
Oh Jesus Christ.
So here's the plan.
Simmer
Thank
down
you
there.
all for not
Dasha
picking
still
that.
has to roll, so she probably.
Okay, so hang on. Let me map this out. So Yulia, you have witness
The death of a comrade.
death of comrade. You have
Dun, dun,
Another
I
plane.
was going to use 2 out of the mission pool, but I don't want to fail the mission.
damaged plane. And what else do you have?
No,
No,
that's
no.
not what it says.
I know. I'm writing down that she already has a damaged plane.
I
But-
took
Another plane in your section.
another
goes down.
plane in my section goes down, and I took that I was marked, and the mark that I took was ignore a problem until it overwhelms.
Okay.
I didn't use any about our mission pool, though.
All right. Dasha, why don't you go ahead and roll for me?
6 and a sickle. So what's that?
That's a 7.
Do you have any luck?
Luck.
I have
-1.
no luck.
No.
0.
Okay.
So
Well,
choose
that's better than
2.
negative.
Yes, exactly. 3 of these rolls is brutal.
Yeah. So I'll take you and your fellow airwoman are marked. And my plane's damaged, and that's going to trigger wheels down. But I've already landed wheels down like every single time I've ever landed, so...
Right. Alrighty.
That's worked out super well
what are
for
you
me.
choosing as marked? And who is in the plane?
Oksana isn't with me.
Oksana. Okay.
Olia is with Vera, and she was marked last time. If that makes a difference.
And I have no marks on me, so I can also, like, bear the brunt of some of those. All y'all. I don't know if anyone else... Since these rolls are going really well, just to let you know, I don't have any marks. And I have Oksana as well.
You don't have any marks?
You have no marks?
Alright, so you need to choose one of the... If you're marked, you need to choose one of them on... I think it's on the back.
Yeah, I
One of
came
those
into
guys.
this with no marks, so...
No, you still have marks.
Yeah.
Oh, the premonitions. Oh, okay, I'm thinking harm, sorry.
Oh, I should have taken casualties on board.
So I need to take a mark.
We can...
Well, if
Or
I take
Oksana.
casualties on board, we could both survive.
Or Oksana can take them, so what is that, like?
Okay, so
if she-
oh no, for the mark, marked. So you have to choose one.
Oh,
of
I have to take one. Oh,
Yeah, you
I'm
have
sorry,
to choose
I'm
one.
sorry, I'm sorry.
So I have her down as she is marked as well. Yeah. Carrie, do you want to take casualties on board?
I'm unharmed, and so is Olia, right?
Yeah, as of right now.
It wouldn't make sense for any of our planes to go down. I'll do it.
Okay, so which one are you losing? Another plane goes down and taking casualties on board.
Yeah. So I'll take 2, and she'll take 3.
All right.
Dang.
It's 5 harm,
I know.
but it's better than losing one of you guys.
What about safety
really
or
mean
love
that.
before duty?
But if we're gonna succeed,
Safety or love before duty. Okay, very good. Just a minute. Well, and then
I mean, it's probably gonna be bad, but like I'm gonna have to jump out of a plane.
do you have a preference of safety or love?
I mean, probably safety because I mean, I don't have. Although I have.
It doesn't
like,
have to happen right this second. We can incorporate it into the next duty
Yeah.
station or whatever. So it's all good.
Although it could, you could put one of us in harm's
Yeah.
way to
It could too. There as
save
well.
your own skin.
I mean, but I don't feel like going along with the narrative of this whole entire like thing that I would put any of these before.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So that it would have to be later
Look-
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have a plan for that anyway.
sure you do.
Okay. So, casualties on board. You guys fly in. It is a textbook approach. You guys line it up. It's perfect. In fact, I think it's almost a little bit too perfect. So as you guys come over the tree line, you come over into a hail of gunfire as these Germans are trying very hard to protect their ordnance because it's one of the things that's going to provide them safety from the oncoming infantry. So there is heavy fire that comes in, and Suka will take heavy gunfire as you guys come in, and you haven't even dropped your payload yet, and Suka is riddled with gunfire, and you can see that it gets shot up pretty good.
Olia, you still up?
Yes, she will still be alive for right now. And is she piloting or is she
She's navigating.
Okay, very good. Alrighty.
I've never been hurt this bad in my life. At 2 harm.
Your plane is damaged as well, right? Is that
all
right?
of ours,
You
yes.
chose?
We all are.
Okay.
I
Because
didn't.
I have you chose
plane is
marked
damaged.
and then the plane is damaged.
Not
but-
yet.
Oh yeah,
What did I
because
do?
I'm gonna have to do a wheels down. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So I think that in all of this,
No, yeah, I did.
And another plane
I did, I
station
took-
goes down, right?
No, I took
No, that's
my
what I was
plane.
going to take.
I took our plane is damaged,
Oh.
and I took us
Yeah.
marked.
Okay.
so in all this hail of gunfire and stuff, I think probably, you know what? I think that the gunfire goes off and. You guys I'd kind of describe things as you come over the top of this forest, right? All the gunfire goes off and you're flying really low, and you dip down a little too low in this really old growth forest. And I think maybe the bottom of the plane catches on some trees a little bit, and you hear the sickening crack of because you guys don't have like landing gears that come down; they're always just sort of down, and you hear the crack and shudder of the wheel parts of the plane catch on trees and branches. Right? Mm-hmm. But you manage to avoid any of the actual fire from the anti-aircraft that's happening. All right. So you guys are flying along, and you're gonna you made your attack roll at a 7, right?
Yep.
Come back around to the other consequences here in a minute. So on a 7, choose 2 consequences off of the attack run.
Wait a minute.
Should we
Wait a
use
minute.
the 3 to make it a 10?
I think so.
So that we only have to take 1?
And then I think it should be the marked one.
You can also use them on your wheels down roll because it's any part of the mission should it come up. So just so you guys know,
We're all gonna have to do wheels down, but I think that we should. I think we should use them on the attack run. What do you guys say?
I'm good with that. And if nothing else, at least we're successful.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, we will use all 3
alrighty.
to make it a 10 for the attack.
So you spend your mission pool of 3 for a total of 10, and so your payload is delivered successfully. Choose one.
I'm gonna take a plane in our section as damaged.
We're already damaged.
I know all of us are damaged.
I mean,
but
someone's gonna go down.
possibly. I mean, because if we go through enemy fire,
It's good.
then
good,
we
I
could
know.
have more.
Yeah. Could have just been marked.
I've got like no marks left, hardly.
Okay.
They're all bad.
I mean, they're all bad anyway.
All right, fine.
No,
Then
no,
we'll take-
it's fine.
we'll
I'm ready to go down.
It's all right. Lacey and I'll take one for the team. We'll.
No, oh,
Julia
it's
and
both
I'll-
of you? That's
Yeah.
bad. Don't do that. Don't do that. You already took death of a comrade. Don't do that. Do the damage one. You were good.
I took
You're good.
stuff for the death of a
Yeah,
lover.
just, no,
where's
yeah, do
the-
comrade. Do the damage.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good. I didn't realize it was 2. Nope, we're good. We're good. We're rolling.
Tell the
No
war
guilt
story. Yeah, choose tell the war story.
Now realize the plane in the section is damaged. I get to choose.
Yeah.
It's GM's choice.
So is everyone good with that?
Yep. I mean, you've already suffered a death. She's already suffered the death. I can't imagine what's worse than a death. Oh, share premonition would be totally worse.
All right, we'll take marked. We'll be marked again.
Okay.
When you pick one of these marks that doesn't fit right at this moment, can it be the after?
Yeah, but we need to try and make sure we get it in there because there's been a couple of them where I don't feel like we have the full impact of them. Do you know what I'm saying?
But if
so
we
if
go
there is
down, it'd
one
be funny.
in the moment now to choose that makes sense, I'm okay with that. But if not, it just needs to be something that we make sure that we jot down to make sure it takes effect soon after.
I really am okay with the damaged. I was just giving you a hard time.
All right, I'm gonna take disgrace yourself or your uniform.
Oh.
Ooh.
Do you think that happens now?
No, I know what's gonna happen.
But I love the cook. Oh, he's dead?
Oh, I know.
Disgrace yourself?
I'm okay with going down in flames. We don't have to be marked. I didn't realize it was 2-player characters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you two are both.
I
Double
know,
marked.
I know what this.
What did you
I already
choose?
took a bad one, so I'm gonna take a cop out. I'm gonna take advance and grow.
Okay.
There's one for advance and grow. Oh, I already used that one. Damn it.
Yeah, I didn't yet.
All right. So what are you taking?
I was busy doing terrible decisions beforehand.
One of them on there is you die, isn't it?
Yeah, embrace
Yeah,
death and face your
embrace
final
death.
destiny.
Very good.
We did it. We did. Payload connected. I have a new bullet hole. And by bullet hole, I mean splinter hole.
I'm gonna choose.
Why
honor
weren't
and
these
pride.
oil lines connected more properly?
I don't know.
Should
You
I
were
choose
working
one?
on it mostly.
Honor and pride.
I
does
just
that
sewed
I
up
get a
some
medal.
canvas.
Yeah.
I get a medal.
Oh, very good.
What?
Seems appropriate.
Okay, so this
get a
is the way that I
Getting a
sort
medal.
of see this playing out then. You guys are able to fly over. Like I said, gunfire. You catch the tops of the trees, and there's a sickening crack at the bottom of your plane. You're able to drop your payloads on the these ordnance warehouses, basically. And barely by the skin of your teeth are you able to escape the ensuing explosion and shockwave that comes from them. It's a massive sort of chain of explosions that go off from each of these ordnance warehouses. As you turn the planes to fly back and away, and turn your rudders back towards home and fly back home, flying high on life there for a moment, you guys are all sort of overjoyed and filled with adrenaline for that moment there when you fly back. The moment passes, you guys arrive back, and go ahead and roll me 3 wheels down rolls, please.
So my adventure thing says you can bring a plane wheels down well. Does that give me like a
It gives you
plus
plus
thing or
1
something?
to your
Okay.
wheels down roll. So you're going to go ahead and roll plus skill as you try to bring in the plane.
Is everybody rolling at the same time, or you want us to do these one at a time?
I can roll them at the same time, it's fine.
Oh, woof.
You got an 8.
I got an 8.
I got a 4.
Oh no!
You got a 4? It's plus skill, isn't it?
If it is, then I got a 7.
Okay.
It's plus skill.
Yeah, it's plus skill. Okay. I was like, what happened over
Praise
there?
that sweet baby
So is
Russian
anybody
Jesus.
an adventurer?
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So you only have to choose one consequence. Are you an adventurer?
Mm-hmm.
So both of you only have to choose one consequence.
All right, so
my
I have a
goodness.
question.
Yes.
It says, when you change duty stations, advance if you walked away from a wrecked aircraft. So can I make my aircraft wrecked and then walk away from it and then advance?
It would qualify for wrecked, yes.
All right.
No. Right now it's just damaged. If you
It's-
choose that it's unflyable,
Oh,
then
okay.
it's a
Then it-
fiery
That was the
wreck.
question.
Yeah.
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 But it's not already wrecked. It's just a hard landing.
True.
But then if you...
You'd have to choose for it to be wrecked.
I would like to wait to choose that, because if you're choosing that, I don't want both of our planes to be wrecked, because then it might be a while before we get another one.
Yeah, wreck them all. They'll give us new ones.
No, they won't.
Yeah,
They have to.
we'll see.
They might not.
Hey, we're the
think it'd be
badasses.
funny.
They're gonna give us new
Pick
planes.
what makes the most sense for you. Go for it.
Okay, so if I pick it's unflyable, my lack of skill, courage, or care with other people's machinery is not noted. Like, I don't get that consequence for having a wrecked aircraft, do I?
Because that's a separate thing that
Alright.
you can choose.
Well, I don't want to pick it if you're picking.
Well, I don't think you should pick it since yours is the one that has the gun on it.
Oh, dang it. I was hoping you wouldn't realize that. You can still choose it, though. I'm okay with
You
that.
can. But then we won't have a gun.
I don't want people to notice that I'm not skilled, and I can't let anybody die on board. Although you did have witnessed the death of a comrade. But if I picked my landing puts me in immediate danger, she might die anyway.
So what are you choosing there, Vera?
What's immediate danger like?
It could be anything. Put you in immediate danger. It could be, depending on what they choose, if one of their planes wrecks, maybe you're over the top of their plane because it's a wrecked on the runway. It could be any number of things.
I don't need attention because I've already have an illegal gun mounted on this, so I'm going to pick my landing puts me in immediate danger.
Okay. Galia?
You only have to pick one?
Yeah, because she's an adventurer.
too? Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a fiery wreck.
Very good. And Dasha.
It's unflyable.
Okay.
Plane's damaged. I don't have any previous damage, so it's just damaged and not flyable. And I'm going to split 3 harm between myself and my
Okay.
my navigator Oksana. So
Or your plane wasn't damaged before?
it was not. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I
Was
think.
it?
Yeah, all 3 of them were damaged.
Okay, so how much?
It can be a fiery wreck too. That's okay. That's fine with me.
I don't know how much damage it had. I don't.
It's just
one. It's
damaged
just
or
damaged.
not.
Oh, gotcha.
It
Okay,
doesn't have
so okay,
It's good
that's fine.
damage
So
to
I'm
fire.
choosing that my plane's damaged.
Okay.
So
So it is a fiery wreck,
It's a fiery
and you
wreck.
are splitting 3 harm between you.
and so I'll just take 1 and give Oksana 2.
Okay. Very good. Immediate danger.
Help! I'm between 2 fiery wrecks! Get me out of
think
here!
that's what it is. I think that both planes are fiery wrecks. You guys come in. You're all coming in. All the planes are shot up and broken and damaged. So you're kind of coming in one right after the other, trying to get set down as quickly as you can, right?
We're burning up your paintings.
And
Darn it.
I think you guys were the lead plane, so you guys come back first. You set yours down. You guys took damage from gunfire, right? And so I think that your plane just, as it lands, it's one of those moments where it holds together until it hits the ground. And then, like, the weight of smacking and bouncing a little bit.
Breaks the wheels and we slide in.
No, the wheels don't break. I think it's more like sections of the plane break off, right? Like a wing that was shot through with bullets because it's made of canvas and plywood breaks free and, like, turns and buckles under the plane and tips the plane up onto its side and comes, like, to a skidding halt, you know? And immediately right behind that comes Dasha and Olya, and their plane goes to set down. And it looks like it's coming in just fine. In fact, it looked like it would have been a good landing, but unfortunately they caught
were in
those
the way.
trees.
Oh,
And the wheels, they
Yeah.
just buckle and give immedially right underway, and that plane just slides on the fuselage of it, just
I'm so
skidding
used to doing
forward.
wheels down that like I didn't even think my plane was broken. It's like, wait, it had damage. Never mind. I was landing without
the
wheels.
prop
Whatever.
is spinning, and as the wheels break, the prop is spinning, and it goes whack, whack into the ground and tears big chunks out of the runway, and the propeller breaks and flies into pieces and goes,
Oh my God.
every which way, and they fly into, they sort of slide back into your plane, right? And
we're able to get out just in time.
right, correct. And then,
So I'm in between 2 fiery planes?
Yeah.
so
I'm gonna
as you come down, the plane lands hard, slides in, and gets tangled up in this mess of wreckage. Okay, When all this happens, though, your plane, since it was damaged before from the lack of oil, the motor begins to sputter and spit, and it catches fire.
No, I am driving it into the mud.
Okay.
Like, I'm in danger.
Hang on. So you are terrified and all this, and it wrecks right into all that stuff. And it is hung up on top of this wreckage of 2 other planes. So what do?
I'm going to keep driving.
It won't go. It is hung up on 2 other planes that are wrecked all over it won't go.
All right, even if it gives me another damage, I'm going to untangle this plane and drive it out of the way of these fiery wrecks.
It's like it's small wheels, like it's hung up in this wreckage. It's like this tangled mess of twisted canvas.
This plane can't
And board.
be damaged.
So, like, if they're like this, you can't drive through.
Yeah, it's like...
Can I
there's
reverse it?
literally no way to
There is no reversing an
Mine.
airplane.
Can I get in front of it and push it back?
He through the wreckage?
No, because you'd be pushing against the air. You know what I mean? Like, they only go forward.
Also propeller.
Yeah, well, there's...
Thump, thump, thump.
Can I push the wheels?
Huh?
Like the wheels.
They're like this. They're not like big wheels. They're small wheels.
Can I push, like, the things that it's on?
I don't know. Like, it just seems unlikely on a runway made of split boards that just had chunks of them taken out by a propeller that went through and broke off on the runway, and with 2 fiery wrecks that came sliding to a nearly deathly end. You know what I'm saying?
So my ships,
Like, it's
planes are fire wrecked
It's
too, then?
too no. It's just spitting and sputtering and all kinds of nasty, and spraying oil everywhere.
It doesn't have any oil.
Well, it has to have a little bit, otherwise it wouldn't take it off. You didn't top it off though.
Maybe just choose to wreck it and try to get the...
No.
No, you can hop out. You can bail out. It's all good.
But if I bail out, it burns.
It's not like catching on fire. It's just sputtering and spitting oil everywhere, I guess is what I'm saying. It's established. It won't be a fiery wreck. That part is established.
I'm going to do my best to make sure that Oli and I get out of this fiery mess.
Okay, right on. So you jump out of the plane, and Olia follows suit. And
Much longer because she's hurt with 3, isn't she?
yeah, she has 3 harm on her.
Wait,
So
doesn't that mean she's passed out?
It can.
Not quite yet. So she jumps out of the plane, lands on the ground, and about this time, it is the plane is breaking loose, or not breaking loose. The hoses and stuff like that from the lack of oil from earlier are breaking loose, and it's spitting and spraying oil and fuel everywhere. And as you run away from the plane, bit of wreckage from earlier that was already in the runway, you see one of those trails of fire that goes running across the runway as you 2 are both running away from... Actually, all of you guys are actually running away from their planes, but you guys have already been set down, so you're kind of in the safe zone or whatever. And as you guys do that, you will see that as Vera and Olia are running away from the runway, you see Yulia, you will immediately notice that there is a trail of fire. Like when in the movies they light the fire and you can see it go running, up behind something. And it is running up a trail of combination of oil and fuel from a plane. And almost immediately you see that Olia is engulfed in flames.
Oh, God.
And she's already shot up and damaged and everything. She basically immediately just collapses to the ground.
Is this the problem I'm ignoring?
Motionless.
Oh, no.
I'm going to try and get a blanket or something and put her out.
Okay.
You're ignoring the fact that
My mark was ignore a problem until it overwhelms, so that was the oil lines.
Yeah.
But maybe it wasn't the oil lines. Maybe it's burning Olia behind me.
She's still running.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So I think it makes sense to use it either way. And I think you could push, even make it to maybe the wreckage of the plane, because there's a lot going on. Or we could say that in all the commotion of all this, that as you run away, you just run to whatever the wash station is, to where you wash this fuel off of you as all this shit is happening behind you. I could go either way. It's sort of up to you.
Because the oil line didn't really come into the story again. Mm-hmm. My plane was damaged. It wasn't really. I didn't really have to ignore that problem again.
Uh-huh.
I think after I get Olia out of the plane, I don't really think about the fact that she's more injured than I am.
Right.
And I just keep running to the wash station, and that's the problem. And that is going to overwhelm me once I turn around to wash her. Because I wash myself off, and then I turn, I'm like, Olia, you too!
Okay, so you turn
she's
around
not there.
basically, and she's not there, and you look towards the runway, and you see Yulia is throwing.
Hey. Oh,
Hey, burn, baby, burn!
No.
Hey, I've got some fuel-soaked hay for you if you're looking for anything to really catch fire. No, you yeah, there's some kind of flame retardant stuff that they have there. I mean, it's not super common, but not uncommon either. And you go run up there and you extinguish Olia, and she lays there motionless,
I'm gonna try and help.
face down on the runway. There are basically screams coming from behind you, or from on the runway. You guys, clear the runway, clear the runway. And there's a large tractor that they fire up that comes through, and they plow off the wreckage of your two fiery wreck planes. And they're screaming at you to basically drag Olia away.
I'll pick up her legs or her top, whichever.
Okay.
I'm ignoring.
Right.
Carry her.
Oh yeah, hurry up!
We'll try
To
and
the
carry her
medical tent?
quickly to
Okay.
the
Does
cot
she-
and then rush her to the medical tent.
Wait, she's burning?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I put her out.
Yulia.
Okay.
Yeah, she put her out.
So medical staff will come over, they take a quick look at her, and they say there's nothing for us to do. And then they tend to... Who else has harm?
Me.
You have one, and you have two. And Oksana has two, right?
I will argue with them for a minute because
Yeah.
I have no medical knowledge, but I don't want her to die.
Right.
No, you have to do something.
So I have the bedside manner. I can roll to treat someone who's been badly hurt,
Okay.
and I roll plus luck.
So who are you treating?
Olia. She's been badly hurt.
Oh.
I mean, I know this is probably not gonna do anything,
So
but
only
I'm trying.
okay. Normally, I would tell you that it's all good to roll whatever, but because Lacey took marked witness the death of a comrade,
And
I'm
She could
gonna
die
say,
a slow, painful death in the hospital.
oh,
God,
that's not like this.
awful.
I like this.
So
All right, so you want to spring into action,
Okay, we established that she's my friend now,
right?
from the last time.
Oh,
So does that count for me
I'm
too,
ignoring
except
is
for the death
slow
of a
and painful
friend?
Death. I am not gonna confront this. This is my fault.
So does that count for me too, since I took the stuff for the death of a
we
friend?
we can do that if you like. Yeah.
Because I did establish that she was my friend.
Right.
I feel so bad. I got a 7. It says on a 7 to 9, finding out takes a lot of time, energy, or resources. GM's choice.
Okay.
So bad. Or time. Maybe I'm spending a lot of time in there trying to... Since the doctors and the medical people won't help her, I'm trying to help her.
I don't know, so I think resources might make sense because if she's terribly burned, it's going to take a lot of stuff to sort of bandage her up and a lot of that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I don't see a lot of ways to... Do you guys have any ideas or no?
I mean, it says
I
time,
think-
energy, or resources. It's your choice.
You helped her, and it's going to take a lot more resources to manage her, making it take longer for everyone else to heal. Staff is limited.
Mm-hmm.
Third-degree burns take a lot to manage.
My only thing is this is the last thing at this duty station, so it's not... what happens here doesn't have any immediate impact on the amount of supplies you guys have and that kind of stuff, because you move from this duty station on to the next one.
Well, what about time? So it's taking, whatever... It's taking my time, since you said they said they wouldn't be helping her pretty much.
Okay.
So maybe it's taking all of my time because I'm the only one that's... Well, I'm not saying the only one, but
Right.
I'm
No,
trying
I'm totally
to
ignoring this
actively not let her die.
Okay.
So maybe I lose sleep and I'm kind of not... I don't know.
It sucks because this is right at the end of all of this. Do you know what I mean? That's the hang up that I have right now. Is there's not a lot of consequence of it. So okay. So we'll just do it to where it will take
Slow and peaceful death, and then she's a drain on her family for the rest of her life.
Well, the problem that we'll have to figure out a different consequence or thing for Lacey's mark for witnessing the death of a comrade.
Well, I mean, she doesn't necessarily have to live. I mean...
Oh, if you're okay with her not living, then that's fine.
I mean, that's what I was... Okay, so where I was going with this is... Basically, I'm prolonging her suffering by trying to save her.
Okay.
So that's why I was saying the time thing. Like, I'm extending the time that she's actually alive, but it's not really doing anything. They've already said they're not going to put in this stuff to help her.
Right.
I'm trying to with what little bit that I know and can do.
Okay.
But really, it's just prolonging her death.
Okay. That seems reasonable then. So in that situation, the medical staff that comes out, they don't attend to her. They say that there's nothing to do for her, and they sort of move on to take care of
Me.
Yeah, Vera and Dasha and Oksana, and they sort of start to go in to treat them. And then I think that you guys seems like you roll her off to the hospital on your own and begin taking care of her there. And over the course of the next, say, 2 or 3 days, she slowly deteriorates and dies, essentially.
Does she have like a dying wish?
I'm sure she probably does.
I'm probably not paying attention to it.
There's a note in her
I would
locker
be.
that we can drink her booze.
But
Sweet.
some people in our group are much more competent.
Which, if she talks at all, I will try to comfort her and make sure she knows she was a
Right.
part of our group. Like,
Right,
she was
right,
my
right.
friend.
Right.
And,
was
you know,
your friend.
if she needs anything or if I can do anything or if there's anybody to notify that just tell me and I'll take care of it.
Right.
Anybody that can
Stop prolonging her.
Very good.
Did you just say very good?
Very good.
Very good. So I think that is the end of that night cycle there. A little tragic at the end. But to finish things off,
Wait, on the bright side, anybody that participated gets to take an advance.
yeah, so you can take an advance if you survived that last mission.
I'm taking.
I also get to take an advancement because I walked away from a wrecked craft. Yay! You do too, right?
No.
Oh no, yours wasn't wrecked. Darn.
I'm taking add a new move, and I'm taking to hell with death. When I would be marked, I can name a player character who is marked instead.
Vera.
I wanted to take one more in guts, but then I would have to get another rank, and I don't want to be competing with Dasha for next in line. I don't need that kind of attention.
I don't either. Somehow it happened.
I'm going to choose Transcendent.
What is that?
Choose your one and only lover. Your bond is unshakable. The first time you take the mark, embrace death. Immediately erase it.
All right. So about this time, you guys have landed, and everything has sort of happened, and all of this. You guys are bandaged up in the hospital.
I don't want to be in the hospital.
How much harm do you have?
2.
2. You're in the hospital. They don't take no for an answer.
I'm really upset about this.
And about, are you at the hospital as well, Yulia?
No, I'm fine. I feel great. I learned a lot on this mission. I feel like we've really grown as a team or something.
And do you have any harm?
No.
No. So if you're not going to go to the infirmary with the rest of them, what are you going to be doing?
Write a letter
Okay.
to Sergeant Yuri, obviously.
All right. So are you at your barracks or whatever? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you are at your barracks and you get out pen and paper to write a letter, and there is a knock on your barracks door.
Do people knock before they come in here?
Nah, maybe sometimes depends on who they are.
Do we have like a door?
Yeah, you guys have like plywood huts is the way they describe them.
I guess I'll get up and answer the door.
So you open the door, and there you see a very large Russian bear standing in front of you.
Like a real bear?
No, like Sergeant Yuri. Or, yeah, like Private Yuri. Or Sergei.
Sergei.
Private Sergei is standing there. And he is covered in mud and sweat and blood, and looks like he's been put through the ringer.
Just close the door.
Dasha's in the medical tent.
great,
So
thanks.
his eyes get, if he could look a little sadder, he would.
She's okay.
And
Don't be
he
sad.
says, I'm going to head to the medical tent then. He says, the attack went well, but we took some losses and some hits and whatnot. And I lost track of Yuri. And he gave me this to give to you in case he didn't come back.
Oh no.
And he says, I'm sorry.
He's
And
still
he-
alive. He didn't see him
And he
die.
turns and walks off towards the hospital.
Oh no.
Okay.
Are you going to open up and
No,
read it?
I'm going to pretend it doesn't exist and go back to writing my letter.
Okay. Very good.
He didn't see him die, so it's okay. There's still
Right,
hope.
yeah, he just lost track of him. He'll probably be here shortly. I'm going to write him a letter.
Yeah, for when he comes back.
Right on. And that, I think, is where we will end this. Is there anything else?
So, at any point, does Berskova show up at all?
No. No, not after this giant, huge disaster.
She's
Okay.
off somewhere making coats out of Dalmatians.
Then I am waiting.
So hang on. So if there's nothing else, then this will be the end of Duty Station 2. And after a couple days, Olya will succumb to her wounds. And your guys' stuff will be packed up, and shipped off to Duty Station 3. And this is where we will end things here.
Are we going to start at Duty Station 3?
Yes.
Does anybody see me in the hospital?
What do you mean?
Like, does anybody, come see me?
Oh. I don't know. We can think about that and debate that.
Just say no. I'm
Just say
invincible.
no.
And that's how it needs to be.
You're in the hospital?
So, my disgrace yourself for your uniform, then
Right.
We'll deal with that at the next
Okay.
thing.
I'll just make a mark.
So that'll be the end of this part. And so if you guys have advances and that kind of stuff for finishing a duty station, go ahead and take those now.
I took deepening ties with respecting Yulia,
Okay.
and I also took honor and pride. And I'm gonna get a medal. Think we all deserve one.
When we change duty stations, I can advance if I save someone's life. That's not like.
For your role.
I mean, did I?
Who was with you? Oksana? Kind
You've
of.
been here like a long time. Like, that's all the last 6 missions.
I
Yeah.
know, that's weird. So, like, when we go to the next one,
Was I in the other
I'll
wrecked
advance
craft?
if I. But
Your ship wasn't wrecked.
But was I in the ship that did wreck?
Or when?
We lost the warm one.
I don't remember.
I don't think I technically saved anyone's life. I think I like prevented all
If
of us
I
from
was, I
dying
get to
just by
advance.
being like.
So everyone advances. All injuries are treated.
I advance again?
Yes. In addition to your roll.
Okay, so advanced.
So that's like 3 advancements?
Correct.
Holy
Two.
crap.
So you have the potential to get one for your roll, one for that mission, and one for this for going to the next duty station.
Boom!
All the planes were repaired and resupplied. However, if they are a twisted wreck, they are just gone. Make sense? Mm-hmm. And west, with Hitlerite bandits scattering in panic before us. My other question that I have is, are you going to read this between now and the next duty station, or no?
Probably.
Okay.
Dearest Yulia, my Malaya Devoshka, if this letter has found you, then the worst has happened. I thank the Lord for the short time we had together. I go to my grave proudly, like so many other Malchiks. My only regret is that we will not have more time together. Your smile quiets the memories of the horrors we have all seen since the start of the war. I spent many lonely nights dreaming of our little life after the war. A small house with fields to plow and children underfoot, a daughter with eyes that sparkle when someone tells her she can't do something, and a son that is brave and does his duty. I want to give you the life and family that you never had. After this is all over, find someone and make the life that you deserve. Tell your children about the brave Malchik you met long ago. Forever yours, Victor.
Thanks for listening. This has been an episode of Just One More Fix. Music has been provided by Kevin MacLeod. You can find him at incompetech.com. You can support us at patreon.com/justonemorefix or follow us on Twitter at JustOneMoreFix.